Hello and welcome to the WDW Fan Zone show. Tonight we are combining two shows in one as I've got a little scheduling conflict later in the week, so we're doing everything in one night tonight. And joining me right now is Jess and Darlene Nagy for the news and events edition of the show. Later we'll be joined by Lottie, Kurt, and John as we continue and we will discuss Epcot and reminisce about Epcot of the past as we see it moving forward to the present and future. And right now, Darlene, why don't you start us off with what you've got in today's news?
Okay, well, in today's news, we have information for a Disney Channel show that some of you might be interested in that's coming back. It's called The Disney Magic Quest. And it's going to be back in the Walt Disney World Resort, and Epcot is going to be the focus park. It's going to be on the Disney Channel on June 26th. The host is going to be Yvette Nicole Brown from Zombies. The superstars are going to be Meg Donnelly, Pierce, I'm not sure if I'm saying his name right, Yoza or Joza, Kaylee Russell, Matt Cornett, and they're going to compete in the challenge in Epcot and race around the world beyond, including all the new wonders of Xandar, Pavilion, the Guardians of the Galaxy, Cosmic Rewind. So if you are interested and you're not going to make it to the park and want to see the, Guardians of the Galaxy, Cosmic Rewind area, this would be the show to watch because that is opening to the public on May 27th. So, but June 26th is this show. My no spoiler review is for the ride. I did ride it yesterday and I absolutely loved it. But be mindful when you see a sign that says, if you have neck issues, back issues, pregnancy, or, you have motion sickness, this might be a ride that you want to think twice about riding because it's extremely fast and, you might have issues. So, but it's a great ride. It's awesome. My next bit of news is there are new details on the reveal of the transformation at Epcot that's going to be coming to the section right behind. And I know you guys probably remember us talking about them switching off the boards and stuff again. They did more changes this past week. And there is no longer, when you're in front of like the um, Journey to Imagination and that, you have that little walkway where the bathroom was by the Toy Story topiary and that bathroom is now blocked off. So you have to go all the way to the front of the park to go to the bathroom or go inside one of the other pavilions. So, but this area, the Disney Imagineers are creating, are going to have wonderful spots right up in front that are going to have shaded areas for you to sit and enjoy the outdoors and in they're going to have different food stations throughout the year and a nice concert area for large concert events. They're going to have um, the planner is going to be based on the 5 ring Epcot logo, which is really cool. There's concept art out there. So everything was just released like recently, but it looks really, really cool. The 2 sections are going to be called Comic Core Hall and
Communicore.
Communicore Hall and Communicore Plaza. So the outdoor event space, respectively, is the park's international festivals to the center of Epcot. So it's pretty cool. I'm really interested in the demonstrations they're going to be doing for cooking. That sounds like it's going to be a lot of fun. And this is going to be also the new location for Mickey and friends to meet your favorite Disney pals. So look for all of this to be coming out soon. And then Disney, at times throughout the year, goes around, and you wonder about all that change that you see in the rides and the wishing wells, and that what happens to those funds? Well, Disney just donated $30,000 to give kids the world. And I think that's wonderful. So that money that you're making your wishes does go to a great cause.
Yeah, Disney's been doing that for years, and
Yeah.
they don't really publicize it. So I'm glad that that news has come out.
Mhm. I was so thrilled that they had collected that kind of money out of those,
Yeah.
because you never know, and like you said, it's really cool to see that. So, but that is my news for this week. I don't think I had anything else.
Okay, great, Darlene. Jess.
Okay. Well, there is some new information about Phantasm.
Oh, Jess froze.
Have
Jess, you
no
froze.
opening date as of yet.
Yeah,
Oh no,
do
am I
me a favor,
here?
go back start over again with Fantasmic.
Yes. So Phantasmic. There is no opening date yet. It's supposed to be later this year, but they will have some new things added to it, as well as a new audio system. There's going to be new music, new lighting, and new projections, hopefully on the water, because that was really cool. And they're supposed to switch out that
Nope. What's going on
with
with this?
a scene. Did I freeze
Yes.
again? Oh goodness. What is the last thing
You were
heard?
talking about the new scene.
Yep.
So it was an old Pocahontas scene, and they're gonna switch it out with Frozen 2. So that'll be interesting. I'm excited about that. I'm excited for Phantasmic, and it's supposed to still have some fireworks, and I think some new fireworks too. So looking forward to that.
They're adding some characters also. From my understanding
Yes.
is they're going to add Aladdin, Elsa, Moana, Mulan, and there might be others.
Yes.
That's really
Definitely.
cool. So it will be new. So anybody that hasn't seen it in a while, they might want to revisit it.
Well, new, I don't think it's newly revised. I think might be a better way to put it. But exactly, if you haven't seen it in a while, even if you have seen it in a while, well, nobody's seen it in a while.
Yeah.
Go see it.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So another Hollywood Studios nighttime show that is going on right now, The Wonderful World of Animation. It's probably going on at this very moment, actually. It's as we're recording it. So 9 p.m. they usually
Mm-hmm. Oh, she froze again.
have included
9 p.m.
9 p.m. And she froze again.
Yes, I'm noticing that. It's you guys are freezing.
Well,
but
Darlene's been fine on my
on
end.
my screen.
Yeah.
I think it's your
Okay.
connection, not ours, because
I think it is. Yes. So maybe I'll talk fast. Okay. So they are including Encanto in the Wonderful World of Animation evening show in Hollywood Studios. Moving on. May 27th. We are adding the Animal Kingdom. As if we're doing it. The trams will be added to Animal Kingdom's parking lot starting May 27th. So look for those. No word on Hollywood Studios or Epcot yet. And then,
oh, sorry, God. I was just going to mention I was at Animal Kingdom yesterday, and I saw them training drivers on the trams.
Oh, good.
Yes. And then one more piece of information.
Well, we'll have to wait for a piece of
50th
information. You froze again. After one more piece of information.
Sorry. One more piece of information. There is a new popcorn bucket, and it is the 50th anniversary Skyliner
bucket.
Eat popcorn, and that is now $19. So check that out.
Great.
That's it.
And I did see somebody walking around with it, and it looks really cool.
Yeah, that's a new way that Disney is making money off of us guests by coming out with these awesome popcorn buckets that everybody wants to collect.
Oh, and one piece of information about the popcorn buckets. You can refill them for $2.25.
That's pretty cool.
It is cool.
Yeah.
How much is how much is just like a to-go container? Do we know?
This one is $19.
But like
most of
if
them are
you
in that
just go
range.
for, you don't get the popcorn bucket, how much is it like $5 or something?
$5.50 maybe, $5.
Okay, so that's definitely a savings.
Mm-hmm.
So, and if you guys
Yep.
like popcorn and you eat it, it's worth it.
Okay. Not sure if Lottie's going to be joining us. I just got a little note from her. She's going to try to join us a little bit later, but we'll keep you posted. So if you don't see Lottie here tonight, I apologize, but maybe she'll be able to get in. We'll see. All right. Before I get to my news portion, I do want to mention our preferred travel planner, and of course, that is Mouse Fan Travel. So if you're planning on coming to Walt Disney World this year, or Disneyland, or taking a Disney cruise, or an adventure by Disney, or some other vacation, and you haven't yet gotten a travel agent, or even if you have, it's not too late to switch to the very best there is, was, and will be, and that is Mouse Fan Travel. Whenever you're planning a vacation, you need somebody in your corner that has your best interests at heart. Someone who listens to you, who will give you the pros or the pluses and minuses of what you want to do and how you want to do it, and get you on the right track and keep you on the right track and save you money at the same time. Their services are second to none. Their customer service reps are the best there is anywhere when it comes to travel planning. So stop what you're doing right now. Go on your computer. Go to www.mousefantravel.com. That is www.mousefantravel.com. Let them know the zone sent you and book your next trip with the very best, Mouse Fan Travel. All right, so what have I got in the news? You guys took most of it, but I do a couple of things. Disney has released concept art for Epcot's Journey of Water attraction based on the hit movie Moana, which will have jumping fountains and covered structures there. Another news, and once again, it's sad news. Comic book legend George Perez has passed away on May 6th. And that was 5 months after he disclosed his diagnosis of pancreatic cancer. He started his career drawing Marvel Avengers series in the 1970s. Among his other accomplishments, he redefined Teen Titans. George Perez was 67. Now, Darlene, I don't want you to jump into the park hours yet. I want to mention that Reedy Creek, we did a whole show on this. We're not going to get into this whole full-blown discussion, but there were 3 people that decided to sue the state of Florida over what's going on. 2 from Orange County, 1 from Osceola County. They went before a federal judge. I don't know. I think it was I don't know which U.S. district court it was, but they turned down their lawsuit. Now, there were a few different reasons. One is because the law doesn't take effect until June of 2023. They haven't suffered yet because the law hasn't taken effect yet. So there wasn't much basis that the judge could go on. So just for a couple of minutes, because we've got a little bit of time before the rest of the crew joins us. What do you think Disney really hasn't come out publicly and said anything? Do you think they're waiting to get all their ducks in a row, or do you think they're planning to just see what happens between now and on? Or do you think something's going on behind the scenes that we don't know about? Or a combination of all the above?
Go ahead, Jess.
I wonder if it's just a stunt, that it's not actually going to happen, but it's just like a unless you do what I say kind of thing. I don't know. I don't think it's actually going to happen.
I think they're going to come to some kind of settlement before it gets far. I don't think I think, well, it's a publicity stunt on the governor's part, because we know what a wonderful person he is. And it's definitely playing to his base nationwide, because he's got aspirations to be president. We know this. Is he vindictive? Yes, that's another reason that played into this. But Disney, has probably already started taking actions to correct this, because the person who I guess, was responsible for their reaction is no longer with the company. He's I don't know if he left on his own or was dismissed, but it kind of sounds like he was pushed out the door after only being there for, I think it was 4 months. There are consequences if this does go through. Disney will be here long after the governor is not here. There's been rumors, and these are just rumors. There's no validity to these until Disney makes a public statement. So I just want to make sure everybody knows it's just a rumor that they're having internal discussions about possibly not moving their headquarters to Florida, which would lose a lot of jobs here.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure they're putting everything on the table. And like I said, that's a rumor. There is no validity to it. And Disney has not made any statements about it.
They can just make everything split like it was all along.
Yeah, they
Disney,
could.
Disney World and Disneyland.
Yep. But I think, Jess, I think you hit it on the nose. I think they're going to. I don't think it's going to happen next June. I think something's going to stop, and I think it's more likely there'll be a settlement where everybody's going to come out looking like a winner.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll see what happens.
I mean, that would just, my whole thing is that it would hurt so many people in those counties that live there in the pocketbook.
Well, it's going to hurt everybody in the state of Florida. It's not just,
yeah.
It's going to hurt those two counties the most, but where are they going to get the $1 billion to pay off, the bonds?
Mm-hmm. Right.
It's not something, they could pass all the laws in the world. That's not going, if they go to court, I think, from what I've spoken to a couple of attorneys, and both of the same opinion, that it's not going to be as easy as they think.
Mm-hmm.
That those bonds have to get paid off. And it's $1 billion, folks.
That's a lot of money.
Yep.
To go across the state.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
It is. Well, we'll see what happens. There is a gubernatorial election this year. And all I can tell people is no matter what side you're on, go out and vote.
Mm-hmm.
Vote, vote who you think is going to be the best for you.
Mm-hmm.
I don't even know who's running on the other side. No, I don't think it's been decided yet.
Yeah.
Yeah, go
ahead. Jess, you have a reservation tomorrow for something at Epcot?
I froze. What was that?
You have something in Epcot tomorrow?
Monday.
Oh, Monday? Okay.
Yes. So I will be going on the Cosmic Rewind on Monday. Yeah. So I'm looking forward to that.
Yeah, I can't wait to hear all about it on our next show.
Now we know, I just said the height requirement is 42 inches. So you have one child that you could take on it.
I haven't been freezing at all, and all of a sudden I'm going to have to talk. My 4-year-old is about 42 inches without shoes, or 41 and a half inches without shoes, but he bumps up to about 43 inches with his shoes. So he will be ready to go, and I think he will be terrified, but I'm excited to get him on.
Get on the damn ride. Go ahead. You're going to love it.
He always...
Oh, she froze again.
Yeah, he likes to go fast. So we will see.
Is fast.
Yeah. Do you know how fast, or are we not allowed to talk about it yet?
I don't. I mean, it was zippy. It was really zippy, and I was screaming a lot. I'm surprised I have a voice today.
All right. Speaking of screaming, Darlene, why don't you give us the park hours?
Okay. Magic Kingdom, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Saturday, Monday or Wednesday through Saturday is going to be 9 to 11. Sunday on my birthday, 9 to 4:30. And then Monday, Tuesday, 9 to 11 again. Epcot, 8:30 to 9. Hollywood Studios, 8:30 to 9. Animal Kingdom, 7:30 to 8:30 p.m. Springs, Wednesday, Thursday, 10 to 11, Friday, Saturday, 10 to 11:30 p.m. and Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, 10 to 11 o'clock. Typhoon Lagoon, still 10 to 5 p.m. I'm surprised they haven't stretched it out to 6 or 7 o'clock, because our daylight hours are now virtually until like 8:30 p.m. So Boardwalk is 6:30 to 10 p.m.
All right, great. Thank you very much.
Mhm.
And the weather for the upcoming week, similar to this last week, we'll have highs in the mid to upper 80s, as well as some going into the mid 90s. The lows will be in the upper 60s to the low 70s, with a possibility of a shower or two sprinkled over one or two of the days in the coming week. And that's the weather for us. All right, let's see. What else can we talk about that's going on at Walt Disney World before the rest of the folks join us? I was in Magic Kingdom. Oh,
No, it's okay. Go ahead.
yeah, I was in the Magic Kingdom last week, and with the exception of one attraction, the lines or the queues were under an hour. Up until
Wow.
now, and we were in where was it yesterday? Yesterday was in Animal Kingdom, and there were a couple of attractions, the most popular ones, which had like 75-minute waits. Actually, there were 3 attractions that had over an hour wait, and the rest of the attractions were under an hour. It was crowded there yesterday, but manageable crowded. Same thing with Magic Kingdom last week. And we know schools are coming or ending between now and the end of this month. Will those crowds come back to Walt Disney World, or will we not see anything until the summertime, when people in the Northeast and other countries start flocking in with the summer camps and all that? It'll be interesting to see. I think we went through a stretch there where it was just, I don't want to say unimaginable crowds, but they were extensively crowded for a long period of time.
I was at Epcot on Friday, and the wait time for Epcot said 30 minutes. Or I'm sorry, for a test track said 30 minutes. So we're like, okay, we can wait 30 minutes. Walked on and waited no more than like 5 minutes.
Oh, that's great.
And this was at like 6 p.m.
Wow.
Yeah.
I was there on Friday. So
So
was
was I.
So was Darlene.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, I was over in World Showcase. So was Darlene.
Yes, so was I.
I went with some
Blood,
neighbors.
Sweat, and Tears was playing.
Yeah. Yeah. Did we talk about them at all on Thursday? I don't know if we mentioned.
No, we didn't.
Oh no, we couldn't, because the show was Thursday.
Friday. It was, we went Friday. Yeah.
They're good. It's not the same old Blood, Sweat, and Tears that some of us may have remembered from our childhood.
Mm-hmm.
There's a different lead singer. It's not David Clayton Thomas. It's someone who appeared on The Voice. Good singer.
Good singer, yes.
But his voice does not match that of the original, which was David Clayton Thomas.
Mm-hmm.
The band was good, but they had no guitar player, which kind of surprised me.
Yes.
And I think it was missing from the show. I think you could tell it was missing from the show, even though the musicians were very good.
Yes, exactly. And then I got to see the Commodores on Sunday.
Mm-hmm.
And they were very good. My husband, he doesn't remember them as well as I do. I grew up on all those different music genres over the years, so I knew a lot of the songs. He only knew like 3, so I thought they were good. And one of the other original members was in the audience, which was really cool, because his son is performing with them now. Do you remember his, I forgot his name. I would have to look it up. Sorry. It just like left me, but it was really cool to see them all perform together and that, and they, said Happy Mother's Day to the mom and stuff. So it was really cool.
Yeah. Yeah, God, I haven't heard anything from the Commodores in years.
We have Ambrosia on Friday.
Oh, you're going to see Ambrosia? I was never a fan of theirs. I remember Ambrosia, but it's like I could take it or leave them.
Yeah. Well, it was one of the days that we could go to the park, and Keith wanted to go see him, so we're going.
Oh, that's fine.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm sure there are people out there that love Ambrosia. Look, I'm a diehard Springsteen fan. There are people that can't stand Springsteen. You know, there aren't that many, I don't think. At least I hope not. But
I was jamming to Bruce the other day in the car while I was driving.
you know what I'd love to see play? Besides, well, of course, I'd love to see Springsteen come to Epcot.
Oh gosh,
But
yeah.
not for a half-hour set.
No, it
I
had
would
to be an
love-
hour.
yeah, I'd
Too.
love to see Gary U.S. Bonds come to
Mm,
Epcot and play the Garden Rocks concerts. He'd be
Mhm.
perfect for it. Favorite song of all time was one of my favorite song of all time, Quarter 3.
mm-hmm.
So Jess, I know you've got to get going at some point.
You know, you keep freezing, so I can't even hear you. So I'm probably just gonna hop off now.
All right.
Okay. Well, thank you for
Good thing,
coming.
We
See
can't
you.
wait for your review of Guardians of the Galaxy's Cosmic Rewind next week.
Yes.
Or my 4-year-old's review, right?
Yes, right? Yes.
All right, everyone have a great night. I'll see you
You
next
too.
week.
You too. Good night.
Bye.
All right. So Lottie will try to join us.
Okay.
But if her connection, she may have a little internet trouble. If her connection does not hold up like Jess's didn't,
I
tonight,
know, right?
hope
Oh my
it's not awesome.
goodness.
Those guys should be joining us early, I hope.
Yes.
As a matter of fact, I'm going to let them know it's okay for them to call in.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm excited. I have a Magic Kingdom day that I just booked for the 23rd. So, and that will be the day I am going to get that pretzel, the pepper jack pretzel.
No, that sounds good. I
Yeah.
love pepper jack cheese, so I'm
Mhm.
assuming pepper jack on a pretzel is going to be awesome.
Yeah. I will take pictures and post them.
Now, you ate at Connections Cafe.
Yes, I did eat at
Hey, Kurt.
Connections Cafe
Hello.
a
Thank you
couple
for joining
times.
us now. We're just rambling on until
Everybody joins.
Everybody
joins. Yeah.
Yes.
So Darlene's going to tell us about Connections Cafe.
Yes, I forgot I wanted to do that. Connections Cafe is very clean and sleek. Sleek is a good way to just talk about it. The Starbucks area is huge inside there. It's a lot bigger than the other Starbucks location.
Mhm.
And the Connections Cafe portion is on the opposite side, so you can walk straight through. And you can mobile order for the Connections Cafe. I tried it's a waffle, La Fee waffle. It's a sugar coated waffle is the easiest way to say, and it's a good size. It's about like this big. It's got whipped cream and strawberries and chocolate sauce on it. It is so good. And the price was $5.50, so it's very reasonably priced, and it's filling. I also had um, Keith got the cheeseburger with French fries, and
Wait, which one? There was like 6 cheeseburgers.
the classic, and
Okay.
he asked for it customized without the garlic aioli that they were putting on it because he can't have garlic, and they did remove the garlic aioli for him. And I had the pizza, the 5-cheese pizza comes with a side salad, and that was very good as well. I did Friends of mine got the General Tso's chicken salad, and they said that was good, and it was huge.
I was just messing with you there, Darlene.
What was that?
It was a recording of some sort.
Oh.
So the pizza, aren't the slices only like this big?
It's filling. Because they give you a side salad.
Oh, God.
I think did I post them in the website
Yeah.
yet? Okay.
Well, either that or I saw them online either way because I was looking at the
So-
menu last night.
For those who are just joining us now, if you're listening to us, Kurt is here, Lottie Ferguson's here, John Maloney is here, joining myself and Darlene.
I will show a
It's-
picture for those who are watching us on YouTube.
Yep.
That is the pizza slice on a square piece of
So is that
ceramic plate.
is that like a 12-inch or a 14-inch quarter of a pizza though?
It was probably
2-inch.
no, it's probably, I mean, it's probably a good 4-inch. They make all the dough and everything right there because you see these big mounds of dough that they have and stuff. So they make the dough right there. Everything is freshly made. This is a picture
I
of
hope
my
they use the same water as
husband's
Via Napoli.
cheeseburger, which I said he had customized it without the garlic aioli. And my waffle is right here. Oh my goodness, this was so delicious.
And I'm sorry for those who are listening to us and can't see the pictures. So you
I
might
did
want to watch our YouTube
Yes,
version of the show.
I did say that already,
I know you
but
did.
it
Yep.
was nice and thick. It was very good. It was tasty. It was cooked through well. And the prices are, they're reasonable for the amount of food you get. I mean, nobody went away hungry, that's for sure. The General Tso's chicken salad it was huge with these 2 big pieces of chicken in it and stuff. So
I'm pretty sure you posted that to Facebook. So
I
just
think I did.
look for
Yeah.
Darlene Nagy on Facebook, and you'll see the pictures of the food.
Yeah. I think
So
I
that's nice.
even think I did I put it on the fan zone one? I think
And
I
it-
did.
And if you're not following Darlene on Facebook, follow her and let her know when you're coming to the parks, because even if
She'll
she
meet
knows you
you.
or not, she will meet up with you.
Oh, you are hilarious.
I know I mentioned this last week, but I think I mentioned this not on the show, off the show when we were doing the post show. I went to Connections Cafe. I did not eat there though. Do you guys want to know why out there, our listeners? It's because I have 2 wallets. One wallet I have is for when I go to Disney to the parks, because it's a softer, lighter wallet. So I carry that and I switch. I put my medical insurance card in there, my driver's license. My Disney pass is always in there, my annual pass, and I put in a credit card, usually. I forgot to put my credit card in there. So I go in there, and then I take in mobile orders. I'm waiting. I want to get that is salad. I forgot what salad is or the name of it. So I want to get the salad. I'm online, and just as we're about to get to the cash register, I realize I don't have my credit card. Yeah, and I don't have Apple Pay, or I don't do any of that stuff. So it was just like no mobile order, no food for me there, and I put my head down and I walked the walk of shame and left.
Did they give you tissues for your tears?
They were fresh out.
Fresh out. Yeah.
Oh, somebody got the chicken. Brian, a friend of ours, got the chicken sandwich, and I mean, it was falling off the bread, off the roll. So, like I said, I definitely think it's worth it. They've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 different type of burger sandwiches to choose from. And they have 1, 2, 3, 4 different types of sides. And pizzas, 1, 2, 3, 4 different types of pizzas. So
3 or 4 salads.
yeah, I didn't get the salad menu that day, but it was definitely worth it. Oh, and the big thing is that the ladies' room, can't say anything about the gentleman's room, but they have restrooms right inside the restaurant, which is really awesome. That you can. It's for a quick service. You've got the bathrooms right inside.
Wait a minute.
In the men's room, there's a valet in the men's room, and if you tip him a couple of dollars, he'll let you use the sink.
So, are we really to the point where we're talking about beautiful bathrooms? Are we that old now?
That's why I mentioned that, because it's ridiculous,
Yeah.
Well,
Yes, ma'am.
and apparently there are hidden Mickeys in the artwork, but I did not.
I thought you were
wasn't
gonna say
close
there's
enough.
hidden Mickeys in the bathroom.
No.
I
In
was
the
gonna say,
artwork on the
are we-
walls.
Okay.
It's beautiful. I'm looking at pictures now, and
Yeah,
Yeah.
I can't wait to eat there. I'm
It's-
going to make sure I have my credit card with me next time, just in case they're still not doing mobile ordering. So
Yeah.
The floor though, it looks like the floor
Floors
is
are cool.
a map, the original Epcot map.
Yep.
Yeah, it's really neat. It's so neat. And there's so much seating. I mean, they really put a ton of seating in
Mm-hmm.
this
Yep.
restaurant. It's and like I said, it's clean and slick. It's just
Yeah, that's a good way to put it.
yeah.
But
Uh,
did Epcot really need another restaurant?
Yes.
yes, it did.
And-
They closed the
Especially
electric umbrella.
And the
yes.
front part, yeah, and the front part of the restaurant, absolutely.
Mhm. Yeah. They needed something. Yeah, because we tried getting they didn't have the pizza window open at Viennapoli on Friday
Mm.
when we were there, and Keith wanted pizza.
That hasn't been open. Every time I go to Epcot, it's not open.
No.
It was open one day. Keith and I got pizza, so we were like, "Oh, well, we'll grab pizza from there." And then when we found out that they didn't have the pizza, we ended up. Oh, it was Sunday for the Commodores. We went over to Connections, and that's where he got.
Okay,
That's
enough talk, darling. Let's move on.
I know, right?
We're here to do the second part of our show.
Yes,
We'll
there
get
we
back
go.
to your nonsense later. Well, I'm teasing you. But we do have to do the reason we're here. We're going to reminisce about the Epcot of old, what was, and maybe still may be, or is no longer. Epcot's taking a huge step forward with everything they're doing. I did want to mention one thing. I tried to get into Epcot next week. I shouldn't say I tried. I looked to get into Epcot next week. Booked. Reservation.
Really?
God.
Really?
Yeah, it was a week from Wednesday. We wound up reserving Magic Kingdom.
Epcot was not available in Magic Kingdom.
Not available. Yep.
Wow.
Because
Guardian.
it is right now. It is
Well,
because
yeah.
of Guardians. It is the go-to park.
Right. It's just wow.
Yeah.
Mhm.
That's-
Don't be surprised, though. A friend of mine did look on a day and was able to get into Epcot. They did release
Mhm.
spots, so you can't say you can't get in. You might be able to get in.
Right. It
There's
depends
no
on.
guarantee. Yeah.
Yeah, I would just say if you're looking to reserve a spot, don't do it a week out. Try to do it a few
Well-
weeks out.
Okay. So when you're looking next week or when again?
Oh, I don't know when I'm going to look to
No, but I mean, when were you looking that you couldn't get it?
yesterday. Oh, wait, what's today? Today's Tuesday? Yesterday, yeah.
Well, right.
Mhm.
So Guardians isn't open for the general public.
No.
No, it's still in early previews for
Yep.
annual pass and Disney Vacation Club
But
up until Friday.
they might have until Friday.
Friday's the last day that they're doing it because we couldn't get in because we weren't there on that day.
Right.
Maybe
we're
people
quite
are looking to
disappointed.
do maybe they're hoping they'll get a preview of it. They'll open up for that.
We can
Maybe.
only hope that one of these
Soft
days they're
opening.
going to do some soft openings
Mm.
the week before they actually open.
Yeah, so that's the word I was looking for, soft opening. Yeah. So Epcot. Earliest memories, Kurt. Because I know you
1982.
Yeah.
So earliest memories, just loving. Well, actually, when I first went in there, the only thing I really liked was Journey into Imagination, because it was stale, and that there was no Disney about the place other than the hidden Mickeys on the manhole covers, or the hidden Mickeys we weren't aware of that they were putting in there, because that was the whole thing with it was edutainment. It wasn't supposed to be Mickey and Minnie and the Fab Fives park. So my earliest memory of it initially was, okay, I'm kind of liking this Journey into Imagination, but I did like World of Motion. That was also very cool.
Yes.
But it was just very cold. Everything was just white. That was that future.
Sterile.
Very sterile, yeah.
Yeah, I remember having to walk from one pavilion to another pavilion and not seeing much in between the pavilions.
Right.
No, and World Showcase, let's say I would have been like 13 or so when I first went there. For a kid, there's a reason why they added Kid Cop, those
Mhm.
kid stops, because it was. I didn't care at that
Yeah.
age. You just didn't care. It's like I'm here to see attractions. What am I getting out of this?
Yeah, it
So-
was not true. You know, it wasn't for kids who kids who just wanted to have a good time and go on attractions. You're right.
Yeah, it's cold.
Yeah. Lottie, your first memories of Epcot?
You know, I don't know what my first memories are. I just know that I showed up after Body Wars, Horizons, and World of Motion. I never saw any of those.
Mm.
and
Really?
I had the Wonders of Life Pavilion. I've only known it as my earliest memory of it is the festival center for Food and Wine Festival.
Wow.
Oh,
So,
wow.
Kitchen Cabaret. I didn't see that.
Oh.
Is that the one that was where Soren is?
Yep.
Yep. I never saw any of that stuff. So I don't know what my earliest memory is. I just know what I missed.
Yeah.
You missed Horizon.
I did.
Yeah. Yeah. John.
Well, I wasn't there quite as early as Kurt was. And the thing that was different for me about Epcot, so I was there in 1986. And in fact, there's my 3-day world passport
Oh, yeah.
to both
That's cool.
That is cool.
Magic Kingdom and Epcot. And if you look on the top, can you see the price?
No.
$57, if I can read that. Right.
$57 for a 3-day.
Wow.
For a 3-day pass.
You know what $57
Wow.
gets you in Disney now? A bottle of water.
Yeah. One meal for one.
Yeah. If
So
that.
the thing that was different for me is the Magic Kingdom and Epcot were both new to me then. Well, and those were the only two parks at the time.
Yes.
So Disney World was completely new to me. Magic Kingdom and Epcot. Certainly there was I knew there was a difference. Like Kurt said, you didn't have the Disney characters there. So it was very different, but it was long lines. So
Mhm.
Journey into Imagination was a 45-minute to an hour long line.
Yep.
And I think Spaceship Earth was a long line. World of
Mhm.
Motion,
Mhm.
Universe of Energy,
Horizon.
Horizons. You
Yep.
know, and like when it was closing down and you could walk right on.
Right.
So to me it was a lot of lines, but it was the first time I'd ever been to Disney World, so I just thought, okay, this is what it is, and I didn't know any better. So I agree with a lot of the things that Kurt said, but one of the other vivid memories I have, and how different it was back then, was the World Key terminals, where you could walk up to a screen and talk to a real person,
Mhm.
and you'd see them on the screen and make your dining reservation.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yep. That was off on the left-hand side.
There are different places. There was one back near Germany.
Yes.
There was a kiosk there in the middle of the walk, well, closer to the World Showcase Lagoon. But there were different, like I don't know if it was hexagonal or 3 sides. I forget how many sides it had, but you could walk up to one of the sides and there could be different people on either side or multiple sides of that kiosk, and multiple people making reservations at the same time. So.
Right. I remember it was outdoors, but like
Right.
you said, it was in such a way so that it was in the shade so you could actually see each other.
Mhm.
Otherwise you couldn't see each other.
Right. It had the extending roof.
Right. The roof line,
Over
everything
your
coming over the
head.
top of it. Yeah.
All right,
And
Darwin.
Journey into Your Imagination was 3 times as long as it is now.
Oh my goodness, it was.
Yeah.
That was a long attraction.
Yeah.
Yes, it was.
All right, Darlene, what was your first memories?
Oh, my first memories were back in 1998 when we went, and I remember when Honey, I Shrunk the Audience was there. That was cool to see. Even like Captain EO and Ellen's Energy Adventure, all of that. That was all the cool stuff. and Tapestry of
Nations.
Nations.
the parade,
And
yeah.
that was cool too. And way back then, that was the first time I seen the Garden Rocks series.
Yeah, I think it was called something else back then.
Yeah, it was. And
I don't remember the name.
believe
Though.
it or not, I seen the Buckinghams.
Is that
Wow.
when the performing artists were not using walkers or in wheelchairs?
Yes.
Do you
Pretty
know?
much.
I'm just going to interrupt for a second.
But then again, the Buckinghams are how old?
I saw Herman and the Herman
Herman and the Hermits.
Yeah, I couldn't say it right. Herman and the
Herman's
Hermits.
Hermits.
Then
That's
and
it.
they were old then.
Mhm.
Yep.
And that was like 30 years ago. So yeah, now they're older.
Yeah.
Yeah, good memories. You know, for me, it was like John. My first memory, it was just Magic Kingdom and Epcot. There was nothing else,
Mhm.
Yeah.
and it was all new to me. And I had been to the World's Fair when I was a little baby, and it kind of like I wouldn't say memories rushed back, but that feeling that I had being in the World's Fair kind of rushed back. It was just like I was like a pig in shit.
Slop.
Thanks, Kurt.
You know, it was just an amazing adventure, and I call it an adventure or experience because I had not been through something like that at that point in my life, and I just like everything was just great. I mean, everything. I remember Kitchen Cabaret,
Oh yeah.
which we
That was their
purchased.
second show. Yeah.
What do we get? We got a grapefruit magnet. It looked like a Three Musketeers bar magnet or a Milky Way magnet, and a broccoli magnet that we put on our refrigerator. And they looked so realistic. You know, it wasn't like these cheap magnets. I remember getting those. And we had those for years. We don't have them anymore, but we had them for years. I think that got purged when we moved down. And Interventions. Who didn't like Interventions with the pinball games and other video games? Not pinball, but video games. It was great.
Well, that was Communicore back then.
Yeah.
Communicore.
Which it's becoming again.
Yes, but a little different now.
Right.
And Darlene mentioned that on the news portion.
They're renaming it Communicore.
Yes,
Mhm.
Communicore Hall and Communicore Plaza, if I remember right.
Yes, that's
Wow,
correct.
that's great.
Yeah, it's awesome. You know, are there things you wish would come back from the early days or that are long gone?
Oh, besides Journey into Imagination?
Yeah. I
More
think
of an
everybody wants
original
the
version?
Original, yeah.
I miss the storyline of World of Motion. I enjoyed that attraction.
Do you miss the earworm?
The song, Fun to Be Free. That was a great.
12 Ways from Sunday.
It was fun.
Yeah, wait, whatever. I thought it was fun. Yeah.
What I don't miss was Magic Journeys. That was like torture. So, and that was the first 3D movie that was over where Captain EO went to. That to me was that was like nails on a chalkboard to me. So I just never enjoyed that.
No, thanks. You just sealed my closing.
And it's stuck in your head now. Talking about earworms. Holy cow, it's stuck there.
I wish World of Motion would come back. You know, that's one attraction. It was different from, very different from Carousel of Progress, but it just had that old time feeling about it. It was like something Walt, you could see Walt's fingerprints on that. It was just something I wish would come back.
To me, that aged better than Horizons did.
Yeah.
Horizons just felt like it got dated really fast to me. Unfortunately.
World of Motion by design is like the first 3 scenes in Carousel of Progress.
Mm-hmm.
It is nostalgia.
Right.
So nostalgia, doesn't age like trying to portray the future does.
Correct.
Yeah, and just getting off topic very, very, very briefly, I wish Carousel of Progress would go restore to its original form. That's all I wanted to say about that. There were some things that could be said about what Epcot was. We know where it's going, and I think it's going to be absolutely amazing. We live in different times now, and I think what they're doing is, I think everybody's going to love it when everything is said and done. But it's nice to get a little nostalgic and remember what was every now and then.
Well, and it shows you how far Epcot has come.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that World Showcase has retained a lot of continuity.
Yep.
But the front half of the park has gone through so many changes.
Oh, it has.
Yeah. I think, well, I'm not going to say it. I was going to give a phrase to say what it's been, but it hasn't gotten back to where it's going. Or back to where it needs to be to move forward. It's getting there. I think Guardians is a great step in the right direction.
Well, so here's a question for you.
Sure.
What are your thoughts about Guardians of the Galaxy Cosmic Rewind and how it fits into the new neighborhoods of Epcot? Because certainly there are some Disney fans that would say, why is Marvel in Epcot? What does Guardians of the Galaxy have to do with Epcot? But what are your thoughts?
I don't think we're going to be able to answer that until all the lands are there and we see what the complete picture is. I don't think it would be fair to say. I think if Disney knows what they're doing, if they didn't think it fit well, they wouldn't have put it there. They would have put it someplace else.
To quote the old Bud Dry commercials, why ask why?
Now, but hopping on what John's asking, is it possible it was put there because Disney's Hollywood Studios had all these great new lands, Star Wars Land and Toy Story Land, and they had to do something for Epcot, which desperately needed, I don't want to say a quick fix, but a makeover?
Well, it's definitely part of it. Certainly Epcot is undergoing a makeover for the front half of the park in the different neighborhoods. I agree that they need another one of those attractions that's a big draw. So they brought Remy in, which serves in that capacity, and this adds to it. And it's some overlapping, but also different demographics for the Cosmic Rewind attraction versus Remy as well.
And they're not done. Moana, we know, which I mentioned on the news tonight, that's coming in also.
That's exciting.
Yeah.
That sounds like it's going to be kind of like a water play area.
Yeah, it does. But you know what? It's something.
They need something for little kids.
Yep.
They really do over there.
And that will serve its purpose.
Exactly.
And to your point, Kurt, it's not going to be cold and sterile. It's going to be alive and organic.
Yeah.
Exactly. They needed something like that to draw the little kids in and something that they can relate to that they know. And that was the problem when Epcot opened. You couldn't relate it to anything. It was, I just came here to get away from school. Now you're trying to make me go back to school. It wasn't.
Yeah.
When it first opened, it wasn't the edutainment that it is now. It's still edutainment. It's still you're learning stuff when you go there. It's just they're making learning fun now. Back in the 80s, we were very sterile back then. So
yeah, you could even say that in the 90s. It was still, it was moving away from it a little bit, but the front half of the park, it was edutainment, but it was remember they had that sanitation thing in Interventions. There was a part where they showed you how they collected waste and disposed of it, and I don't remember what the name of it was, but there was a whole thing there, and I forgot the name of it. I think it was Waste Management that sponsored it.
It was sponsored by Waste Management. I never stopped, but you're correct with that.
Yeah.
That was a learning experience, but it wasn't fun for kids.
Well, I think that's a big point right there. So there are a lot of Disney fans that like old Epcot, but the fact remains that it was not a big enough draw for all of the people that are attending Walt Disney World or visiting Walt Disney World. So to get that broader appeal, they had to change.
Yeah, and remember, Epcot itself, when it opened, was not the Epcot that it was supposed to be.
True.
No.
True.
Not at all.
So, yeah, you know, I love the direction Epcot's going in. I really do. But I think they missed the boat. And when I say missed the boat, it's just they haven't gotten there yet. So I don't mean they really missed the boat. But you mentioned it, Kurt, the Journey to Imagination Pavilion. Of all the pavilions, and you know what? I could live with all the other pavilions the way they are. But that pavilion, do something there.
They lost focus so quickly.
Oh,
They
God.
didn't get enough money to do a major overhaul.
Yep.
And they try to do it on the cheap, and it just flopped. I don't know how else to put it. It just
Yep.
and all that stuff. There was so much that was hands-on that you got to really stay on top of that to keep it all looking new.
Mhm.
And it wears out and breaks, and there's no money to fix it.
I agree. The Wonders of Life Pavilion. That was a pavilion that I loved going to. That was fun entertainment for kids.
Yes, yeah, that opened a little later.
And
But
I
that
know they
was
lost their
definitely fun.
and I know they lost their sponsorship for that, and that's why it's no longer there. But you know, wouldn't it be great if a sponsor could come in now, or if they could do something to bring that back in some shape or form? Because I think that would fit into what they're doing elsewhere.
Well,
True.
but they're still intending to open up the play.
Play Disney, play something. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Didn't they scrap Body Wars for Star Wars parts?
Did they?
Probably.
Yeah.
Yeah, to help rebuild all of everything going on with Star Tours.
Star
Yeah.
Tours, yeah.
Oh, like for the simulator, right?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, everybody thinks Disney is a bottomless pit. It's not.
Just feels that way to your wallet sometimes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Right?
That's true.
Oh.
Yeah. Is there anything else you guys miss from the old Epcot, or is there anything?
Oh, plenty.
I missed the prices.
Yeah, well, yeah, we all miss those prices, but I miss those prices anywhere I go.
Yeah.
Well, this isn't something. This is just being nostalgic, not missing per se. But I can remember back before Boardwalk, Beach Club, and Yacht Club were open, and the first two resorts that were out the International Gateway were Swan and Dolphin. They actually had a tram that would drive from the Swan and Dolphin to the, and you can see the location where you would get off the tram there by where the Skyliner is now. The Skyliner,
Right.
And they used to pull up there and drop people off, and then you could come in the
Circle
back.
back.
Yeah. But I remember when they were building those. But it's just a nostalgic thing. So now you think about the Epcot resorts, and they just feel like they've always been there. But it's so interesting remembering back when they were still under construction.
You know what I don't remember? I don't remember the bus. I know the buses were there, but I don't remember how they were back then. That's, going back to 1990. I remember them from the 2000s and forward.
They used to have the double-decker bus that was from Main Street USA. They took over there, and they used to have the bus driving around the World Showcase.
Right, you're
Mhm.
right.
A double-decker bus.
I remember that.
They had some of the characters on vacation too, didn't they? At one point.
Then back in 2002, they did the characters on vacation, and they would throw the characters on the bus and drive them around like that as well.
You know what I do remember, though? The parking. The same system they're using now, they were using way back when.
But they had trams.
Yes.
Just saying.
I know.
They had trams. I was looking for those trams. I see them all parked.
Well, hopefully Hollywood Studios and Epcot will get their trams back soon.
What about Animal Kingdom?
May 27th.
Okay.
Same day as that big important day of the opening of Cosmic Rewind.
Yep.
So we're
Isn't it
gonna have
fitting?
so we're gonna have Cosmic Ray and Cosmic Rewind now.
Yeah.
You know, I think if I was going to be down there, I might go to Animal Kingdom and celebrate the trams. There's no way I want to be anywhere near Epcot with Cosmic Rewind on opening day.
Right.
So
Let's
not
go
an
celebrate the
opening day.
trams.
Not an opening day. Maybe not even the day after.
Just go to Animal Kingdom and ride the trams all day. Let me know how they're running.
You know what's good about Cosmic Rewind when it opens to everybody? There'll be long lines there, and yes,
Shorter
there'll be
lines
lines
elsewhere.
everywhere else, but hopefully the long lines there will allow everybody else to get onto attractions elsewhere.
I thought I'd read that it's going to be strictly virtual
Yeah.
queue.
Virtual queue and individual lightning lane.
That's what I had read.
Yeah, that doesn't surprise me. I'm sure it'll be like that for a couple of months at least. Are there any things in any of the pavilions you'd like to see bring back some of the nostalgia from the past, or do you think they're okay the way they are? Besides Journey to Imagination.
Oh man, I'd love to see Buzzy back. I don't know if they ever recovered him though.
You mean Mr. Inside Out?
Buzzy got stolen. Yeah, basically he was the pre Inside Out. You're right.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's no place for it, but I'd love to see Kitchen Cabaret come back. They'd have to put it someplace else, though, in that pavilion. I don't know where it would fit.
How well is that new environmental movie doing?
I don't know.
I haven't seen
Oh.
it yet.
I've
Oh.
seen it. It's pretty good, but I haven't seen any crowds there.
I don't see crowds there either. And a lot of times when I've gone into the pavilion to go to Living with the Land or Soarin', it seems to always be closed. It's not opened.
Oh.
Yeah, that's happened to us too. That would be something I think would be better suited for Disney Plus at this point,
Mm-hmm.
where people could watch it at their leisure whenever they want.
Yeah. And put something else in there.
Kitchen Cabaret.
Well, so they could. Here you go. So they could have Kitchen Cabaret in the morning and Food Rocks in the afternoon.
Oh, yeah, there you go.
Yeah, I remember Food Rock. I was more of a Kitchen Cabaret fan than I was Food Rocks.
I like them both. I
Yeah.
like them both.
Oh, I did too. But if I had a preference, it was Kitchen Cabaret.
Kitchen Cabaret had some real catchy songs
Yeah,
that were original. Food Rocks, they kind of twisted the
Yeah, it
late
was just-
80s, early
But
90s.
that was the fun of. Well, they were both fun. In
Oh, yeah.
different ways. But
yeah. You know what was fun? A different park. Tarzan Rocks was fun.
That was
I
fun.
like that.
Well, you can still watch it on YouTube, Stuart. And it was around. Food Rocks was around from 1994 to 2004.
Yeah, it's not the same, seeing a video of it than seeing it in person, especially when the videos aren't great.
Mm.
Better than they were in the 80s.
Now they are, yeah, but
No, I mean the 2000 or early 2000s are better than they were in the 80s.
I'm sure I probably seen it because we were there in 98 and 2004. That would have been something that Alicia would have wanted to go into. So I just don't remember it that well.
yeah, it's been a lot of years. That's okay.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think Epcot never because it wasn't Walt's Epcot. They had to do something quickly to change things to make it work as a park because they had all these plans for it.
Mm-hmm.
I think they did the best they could during those early days, and I think we started seeing a deterioration of it in the late, early 2006. We got Soarin', Test Track, Mission Space, but then you get into like 2011, 12, and you started to see it just like go down, and not those attractions, but just it's almost like they neglected Future World. And I don't know if it was intentional. I don't think it was. I just think times changed and probably changed quicker than they anticipated it changing.
Yeah.
Um,
Were any of you there for when it had the 2000 on the globe?
Oh,
yeah.
Yeah.
I have a photo of me and my wife with it, and she's pregnant with my eldest son.
you
Okay.
talking about the wand?
Yeah, the one.
Well, no, I
It
was
said-
there.
It
For,
said 2000.
I didn't see the actual 2000, but I seen the wand.
Mhm.
It said 2000. The wand was
Yeah,
there.
yeah.
Yeah.
It just
Oh
said
no, I was
2000 instead of
no. I
saying
remember
Epcot.
I remember the Epcot with the wand. Not
Right.
I don't know because we got there in 2001, so it was down already by the time
Uh,
we got there.
I'm one of the few people that like the wand.
Hmm
I thought it
No,
was
I
cool.
liked it too.
You're
I thought
one
it
of the
was
few
cool.
people who also like what's that restaurant?
Oh, if I'm one of the
Sci-Fi
few,
Cafe.
if I'm one of
Yeah.
the few people that like it, then why is it so hard to get an ADR there?
You know,
Because there's nowhere else to eat for a table service.
right. You know,
It's
people
the
realize
ambiance. It's
people
strictly the
realize they get
ambiance.
the same food at less cost by going to the backlot express. Go there. You're losing the ambiance of the restaurant, but the food is a lot cheaper and better. Well, not better, just as good.
I've seen people go in there and literally just order a milkshake, just to sit down and enjoy it and just have a milkshake.
My kids want to go. That was one of their only reservation requests, and I can't get one.
Wow.
Maybe a walk up.
Yeah, the problem though is
Possible.
there's 7 of us, so it's gonna
Oh,
yeah.
Sorry, I didn't mean to take us out of Epcot.
That's okay. I took us out of Epcot.
This is
Let's
it.
get back to
This
that.
is true, but
Yeah. You know, the restaurant, for some reason, I don't remember the restaurant so well going back to the early 90s and midnight and late 90s.
Oh man, I think Les Cellier's been there a long
Yeah, I think
time.
it has. I know Chefs de France. Actually, I don't know if but I know there's always been a restaurant in France.
yeah, I think
Right.
Chefs de France was there before Le Cellier. I remember Le Cellier was a kind of a cafeteria.
Well, I know in '96 we ate there on our honeymoon, so by then it was an actual restaurant.
Yeah.
But yeah, I vaguely remember that being, like you said, like a cafeteria originally.
Yeah, before Le Cellier was there.
Do you remember when you could walk around up above and there were all those buildings that are now blocked actually had stores in them? You could
I
walk
remember
back
being
through
in the
them.
stores. Yeah, I remember being in the stores up
I
there,
remember being in stores, but not going upstairs.
not upstairs.
Everything on that upper level was it just
Up
looks
the
like buildings.
steps,
Yeah.
up the steps
Yeah.
in the
Yeah, everything up there was open, and you
right.
could take one of the buildings. I believe there was a stairwell you could take down to get to Les Cellier.
Mm.
So I remember the first time I was there, we ate in France, and it was upstairs, the restaurant that we ate in. It wasn't downstairs.
Well, yeah, that was before it was Monsieur Paul. I forget what it was called though.
Yeah, I don't remember what it was called either.
But there were still 2 restaurants at the time.
Yes, there were 2 restaurants. Yeah. I think it's amazing how World Showcase has just, it's as relevant today as it was the day it opened.
Well,
I'd
and
like
it
to
opened
know.
with only 9.
Yeah, and I know, but it's amazing what that there's some place there's a part of a theme park. They don't have to do much. I mean, yes, they've been adding to it and making it better. Remy's Ratatouille Adventures, the great example of that. But the restaurants, they've, with the exception of Nine Dragons, they've kept the quality of the food in the restaurants over the year. Well, I shouldn't say that. I think the food in Mexico, it still has probably the best ambiance if you're looking for a romantic place to dine than any other restaurant in World Showcase. But the food quality from the last time I've been there, and I haven't been there in a while, and from what I've heard from others, is still lacking. I hope that changes going forward.
That's the other one the kids asked for. So
it's a
report back next month.
it's a good experience. It really
Yeah,
is.
it is.
And so it might be average food, but it's still tasty. And
Don't listen to me.
sitting there is just it's a great environment. Like sci-fi.
The last time we were there, Candace was 1. So it's been quite a while.
Yeah, and I can't wait to hear about it because I'm hoping the food has gotten better. I'd love to see a couple of countries added to World Showcase too, but
That would be nice.
yeah, maybe.
There's one of the real big discussion points for Disney fans over the years, and that's getting additional pavilions into World Showcase.
Mhm.
And, the discussion always seems to be, well, what country is not too controversial
Yeah.
and is also going to be able to sponsor the pavilion.
Yeah. Morocco is still there, but it's run by Disney now, not Morocco.
Right.
Why not, what is it, Dubai, Saudi Arabia, loads of money there. Why can't one of those countries sponsor it and then change it over? Keep, still have Middle Eastern food there,
Mhm.
but change it over to a different country.
Well, but what do you think Disney fans, and not that Disney fans make the decisions, but just out of curiosity, what do you think Disney fans would say if Disney removed Morocco and replaced it with another country?
I think you'll get the same people that protested Frozen coming in will be the ones protesting that, but they would protest anything.
Yeah.
You can get dissenters no matter where you go. You have to turn a deaf ear to it. It's for the good of the whole and not the negative of the small part.
Is there a country similar to Morocco so we could just retheme it? I mean, it's got beautiful work.
Yeah,
Architecture is beautiful.
I know, and the tile work is just beautiful.
I think the food is different in each Middle Eastern country. You have Egypt, which has certain delicacies.
But even the architecture
Israel.
and the design, there's my guess is that there's enough difference there. I don't know if you could keep that mosaic work the way it is.
No, it would have to change.
Right.
Probably, yeah.
It would definitely have to change.
Is there, other than, I think the restaurant's open still, but
yes,
other than that,
the gift shop's open too again.
Is one of the gift shops open now?
Yes. Yeah. Yep. I don't know when it reopened, but it is open.
Good. Well, I'm glad because it was this big empty space.
Mm-hmm.
Nice quiet place.
I was gonna say, I know people used to like to go back there and work.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Or just go back and visit.
There's one.
We have a taker.
But then Russia was supposed to come there at one point. That'll never happen.
South Africa
was missed.
Yeah.
South Africa was supposed to come in.
Yep. Israel was another country.
Israel.
I'd love to see Australia or Ireland come in.
Mm-hmm.
Although you have the UK pavilion.
I was gonna say Ireland's with the UK.
That's a.
Which we love eating there at
Spain would be good.
Spain would be good.
Would be good.
I'm trying to think where else. Yeah, when's Arshka House opening again? They're using it. Yeah, they need to reopen that. Come on.
Oh,
Disney,
yeah, they haven't reopened that yet.
Yeah, get with it. I want my venison.
How about Brazil?
That would be good too.
Yeah.
Australia
definitely
would definitely be good.
Yeah.
I would love to see Poland come in, but I make Polish food anyways.
Oh, yeah,
I wouldn't mind.
You'd be disappointed with the
I
food.
know. And the German what's the German restaurant?
Summerfest.
Yes. And they have a lot of the Polish food there, so that's nice. Yeah, the schnitzel and all that stuff. Yeah, so I'm good.
Greece.
Oh,
And
Greece.
Greece.
Yeah.
Greece can
Greek
move into where
food.
Morocco was too.
Oh, Greek food. Yum, 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 yum. I love Greek food. Nice
I want to say
Euro.
was, I should say is. I don't want to kill Morocco.
Gyro.
Yeah.
Open face souvlaki chicken.
So if Dubai went in there, would they want to build a skyscraper?
Oh,
That's all I think of when I think of Dubai. Is all those giant skyscrapers.
All I can
That are
think of
those
is
islands that they
camels.
build.
You know why? I mentioned Dubai, but you know why I don't think they'll ever do something like that? I think they want their own Walt Disney World there.
Oh.
I think they want their own theme park. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I don't think they want Disney. I think they just want.
No,
their own
I didn't
theme
mean
park.
that they wanted Disney. I think they want, they want something to themselves. Yeah.
But like you said, as soon as you get out of the city, all you got is sand. So we got the heat for it.
Yeah, we do.
It's too hot.
We certainly do. All right. Anything else that you guys can think about that you want to mention about Epcot past? All right. That's going to do it for us. Long show tonight, broken up into several different parts. We'll be back next week. No, there's no show later this week. We will be back next week to bring you the news and events edition. And we will have another regular show after that. Not the same night, on a different day. We'll go back to our regular schedule next week. So until next time, everybody be safe. And if you see Darlene in the parks, say hello to her. If you don't see her in the parks, tell her when you're going to be there so she can meet up with you. And just be safe and have a great trip. Bye-bye.
Good night, everybody.
See you real soon.
magic. No, I'm just kidding. But I do have to go with is veggie fruit, veggie fruit, ole, cha cha cha.
Have a magical night. Stay safe and see you next week.